Welcome to the History Lord. You join us here and we're in Brownhart Gardens, just at the north of Mayfair. Now, Mayfair is a district of London that you've probably seen on a Monopoly board if you play the London version of it, and it is one of the most expensive properties on that board. There's Mayfair and Park Lane, I think, in that particular set. That's £350 and £400 each. Mayfair is a very expensive area these days because of all the high-end shops and very high-end apartments that are here. But where did it get its name? Let's find out, shall we? Welcome to London. Mayfair these days mainly consists of the historical Grosvenor, Albarn, Berkeley, Burlington and Curzon estates. On the west is Park Lane, the north Oxford Street and the east is Regent Street. It's bordered to the south by Piccadilly. It's also bordered by Parkland, Hyde Park to the west and Green Park to the south. There's also the 8-acre, 3.2 hectare Grosvenor Square that's roughly in the centre of Mayfair and contains many centrepieces and expensive desirable properties. It's been speculated that Romans settled in the area before establishing Londinium. There are suggestions that a fort was built here around about AD 43 whilst waiting for Claudius. That theory was developed in the early 1990s with the proposal that the town grew outside the fort but was later abandoned being too far from the Thames. Sadly, we do have a lack of archaeological evidence, but it's not unreasonable to speculate that they would have built somewhere before moving into Londinium. If there was a fort, it's believed that the perimeter would have been where the modern-day Green Street, North Audley Street and Upper Grosvenor Square Park Lane now are. This area was mentioned as the Manor of Ear in the Domesday Book and was owned by Geoffrey de Mandeville after the Norman Conquest. It was subsequently given to the Abbey of Westminster, who owned it until 1536 when it was taken over by Henry VIII. The area we know as Mayfair today was mainly open fields until development began in Shepherd's Market area between 1686 and 1688, and that was to accommodate the Mayfair that had moved from the Haymarket, St James's, because of overcrowding. The Mayfair was held every year in Great Brookfield, which is now part of Curzon Street and Shepherd's Market, from the 1st to the 14th of May. Established during the reign of Edward I in open fields beyond St James's, the fair was recorded as St James's Fair by Westminster in 1560. It was postponed in 1603 because of plague, but otherwise it was continuous throughout the 17th century. It was in 1686 the fair moved to what is now Mayfair, and by the 18th century it had attracted showmen, fencers, jugglers and numerous fairground attractions. Popular attractions also included, I'm afraid to say, bare-knuckle fighting. They even had a woman's foot race and, something equally strange, semolina eating contests. Would you go in for one of those? I certainly wouldn't. Now, by the reign of George I, the Mayfair had fallen into ill repute, and so over the years it was regarded as a lowly thing to attend. And it was, I need my notes for this, it was the 6th Earl of Coventry who lived on Piccadilly. He thought there was so much scandal at the Mayfair that he actually petitioned for it to be removed. And there it was, he quoted the reason it was able to keep out the lower class activities. Well, there you go. Well, that is the story of Mayfair. I do hope you enjoy these videos. We certainly enjoy making them for you. And if you want to know what we do outside these videos, please go to historylord.co.uk, see about the walking tour of London, or have a look for James's channel, which is called Last Line Films. Thanks for watching. It's a glorious day, so I think James and me, it's about time we've finished for the day. Don't you agree?
I think so.
Good, jolly good. So James and me, we're going to go off and I think have a nice cup of tea somewhere. Take care. See you soon.